evening, President Meyer, members of the board, Mrs. Marshall, and Mr. Dorn. My name is Luke Brooks. As you stated, I'm a parent in the district, member of the community. We moved here about 2.5 years ago. I appreciate the opportunity to comment this evening. So I'm here this evening to make comment in regards to House Bill 68, and more specifically, the district's response to this bill that came in the form of a communication sent to the community on January 26th of 2024. I watched the previous session, and there was another member of the community who had asked about the origin of the comment. I didn't see an answer to that, so I'm bringing my comments here, assuming that because it was sent to the district that it was approved by the board. So with that said, I would like to pick out a couple phrases from the statement to comment on. The first is there was a statement in paragraph 3, line 2 of stating, while we have no choice but to comply with the law. And then again, in paragraph 3, line 4, it states, despite any present and future roadblocks implemented by state leaders. This particular phrase stuck out to me as someone who's a little bit uninitiated with kind of how these boards typically work, but is much more kind of maybe politically charged than I would have expected. And I don't think I fully appreciated kind of the role of the board to make such statements. And so I appreciate the opportunity as a member of the community to come forward and to make my own statement as well in response. And so I appreciate that. And then in point 2 language, it states and a couple times throughout the statement, but in one particular line of paragraph 3, line 4, it states the Westerville City School District remains committed to providing educational experiences and environments that support all students. More specifically, the part I'm pointing out here is the word all, which is used a couple of times in all caps, I suppose for emphasis. I'm having a hard time with this statement specifically because kind of based on this statement that was approved and distributed, the board does appear to have some more concern for some certain groups of students over others. In this particular case, there's a minority group that's potentially could pose a risk to a larger group. And my comment here, I guess, is that it would be helpful for these sorts of statements to have some transparency or honesty as far as what is being valued over others. And so when I see the word all or everyone, I think of, there's another group potentially that could be at disadvantaged by such positions. And then lastly, there's a comment, obviously it's on the banner, but also in the statement a couple of times of where you belong. I mentioned earlier that I have one student, I have a kindergarten age daughter, moved here a couple of years ago, was excited to be a part of the community. Our hope was to send her off to a school where we believed, hey, we want her to get a great education, feel very supported by the school. We were hoping to feel support as parents as we kind of come alongside the school district to raise our children. And so far, we've had a great experience. We really love, our daughter goes to Mark Twain. She has a great experience, loves every aspect of it, her teachers, her principal, her friends. But specifically, I think our concerns as parents are, okay, what comes after Mark Twain, and what is kind of the district's position on some of these items mean for our family. So my daughter, as she grows, and what are her interests as, if she wants to get into athletics or some sort of have an opportunity like that in the future, what opportunities is she going to be missed out on because of maybe being disadvantaged by such a position? So it's caused our family, kind of in light of that comment and some other thing, or that statement and some other things, to question this "where you belong" statement and wonder if this is where our family belongs. So I appreciate the opportunity to speak, and I know this isn't a dialogue as much as just an opportunity to make comments, but I appreciate the opportunity, and thank you for your time.
Thank you. All right. 14.01, board comments. Anybody want to start?
So just really quick, I want to make sure that everyone understands how I feel. I will only speak for myself. I stand with the LGBTQ plus community as well as every other child in this district. All of my decisions will be aligned with that.
And I would like to say the same, and I'm the mother of 3 daughters. So that is always a part of my thinking as the parent of 3 daughters. You know, what is best for them and what is best for all children. And I don't see a conflict when we say all. That's just what it means to me. It means all. It means every. So I want your daughter to feel like this is a place where she belongs and for her to truly belong, and for every other child to feel that too, and to truly be welcomed. So that's what it means to me.
I would agree with what Jen just said. There are times when it is possible for equally well-meaning people to disagree about what is all. I think for those of us sitting here, I know for me, all does simply mean all. And sometimes that requires us to look very carefully at how we make decisions and how all the groups are impacted by those decisions. So I never like to look at anything as completely global. I like to look at it as this is what we believe, and then identify how we implement that going forward. I do think that your daughter will find that she very much does belong as she moves through Twain and then moves through secondary school. It is something I watch very carefully to see who feels like they do belong and who may not. And it's when they feel they may not that we have to really dig in and find out why and identify ways to increase the opportunities, capacities, and perceptions of belonging. So it is, unfortunately, during my time on the board, things have become much more politically charged than they used to be. And I wish that it were not that way as much as it is, because it causes us to pit some people against other people. And in a place where we truly believe that is a place everyone should belong, we also have to pay attention to how we avoid unnecessary pittings against each other. And for me, that's something that means a great deal.
So I don't believe it's an either or, it's an and. And I truly, like I said, it's where we all belong, and those can coexist. I'd agree that your child, I hope, will continue to really enjoy her time here. I do want to thank Parent Council for coming tonight. I want to thank all the volunteers for all of the amazing hours that were reported, and I want to wish the retirees good luck and enjoy. So with that, may I have a motion? Oh, yep, sorry. So the board will meet in regular session on